Running a tool in batch mode can be useful for setting a large number of geoprocessing tasks. Although filling out the batch grid takes time, once the cell values are filled in, the tool runs in batch mode multiple times without additional user input. Running a tool in batch mode, however, does not reduce the time it takes for a tool to run. For example, running the clip tool in batch mode using 20 rows takes the same amount of time as running the standalone clip tool 20 times with the identical parameters. Time is saved by the quicker setup, not by faster tool execution. In addition to batch mode, there are a handful of specific batch system tools. For example, the data management toolbox contains the project tool, which creates a few feature class with a different coordinate system from the input feature class. The project tool uses only a single input feature class. The batch project tool, on the other hand, is the batch version of this tool and allows for multiple input feature classes. The same can be accomplished by running the project tool in batch mode, but the parameter controls vary slightly. Both models and scripts provide additional ways to run batch processing, which is discussed later in our video. And now we're going to use models and model builder. The execution of single tools is a practical way to accomplish certain GIS tasks. In a typical GIS workflow, however, we will often need to run a sequence of tools to obtain the desired result. We can simply run through the sequence by running one tool at a time, but this has limitations, especially if your workflows are long and repetitive. Model Builder is one approach to creating this sequence of tools. Thereby, the output of one tool becomes the input to another tool. Model Builder is like a visual programming language rather than using text-based instructions. It uses a visual flow chart to sequence geoprocessing tasks. A model in here is visual representation of a sequence of geoprocessing tasks. Within ArcGIS, models are tools, and once they are created, they work just like any other ArcGIS tool. We can use any system or custom tool in the model, and there is no limit to how many tools we can use in a single model. Models can also include other models, since models are tools, and we can use iteration loops and conditions to control the flow of a model. Before looking at how to create and run a model, first familiarize yourself with the basic elements of a model. Elements are the building blocks of a model. So let me bring my model back. Elements are the building blocks of the model. There are several types of element tool, data variables, value variables, and connectors. So geoprocessing tools are the basic building blocks of a model. The tool performs geoprocessing operations on geographic data. Data variables refers data on disk or a layer in the ArcMap table of contents. Value variables are items such as strings, numbers, Boolean values like true or false, spatial references, linear units, and extents. In short, value variables contain anything but references to a data on disk. Variables are used as the input and output parameters of tools. Derived data or the output variable of one tool becomes the input variable of another tool. Data and values are connected to tools by connectors. The connector allows show the direction of geoprocessing tasks, there are 4 types of connectors. Data connectors, which connect data and value variables to tools. Environment connectors, which connect a variable containing an environment setting to a tool. Precondition connectors, which connect a variable to a tool, and feedback connectors, which can connect the output of a tool back into the same tool as input. Connectors create model processes. A model process comprises a tool and the variables connected to the tool. The connector arrows specify the sequence of processing. A typical model contains a number of processes connected together. Complex models can contain hundreds of processes. Creating a model and running tools in Model Builder consists of a number of steps. 1. Create a new model. Add data and tools to the model. Create connectors and fill 2 parameters. Save the model, run the model, examine the model results. So right now we have, we're going to create a model. Previously we just opened the model. And there are 2 main ways to create a new model. We can do is, the first one is click right here. Oh, where's my cursor? Right here. So you just click here, model, and then you will have a model come out. Or you can go back to Arc Catalog. Let's see what happened. Yeah, save it. Okay, model, test. This is save a model. Oh, I need to create a toolbox. Okay. Alright. So, right here. I need to close this out. Oh, I have 2 models already. Okay. Then I don't save it. Nope. Alright. Or you could do is right here. I do have my chapter 2. Not, where is my exercise 2? I need to refresh a little bit. There, toolbox. There, that's my model. Or you could right click on it and new, go to model again. So there are 2 ways. The first one, you click the button and it just right here. And then the second one, you in Arc Catalog, you click a toolbox and toolset in Arc Toolbox, and then you right click on it, new model, and then it create a blank model in Arc in Model Builder. And then you add that data and tools in the model. So let me bring my model back. I just right click on it and add it. And if I want my shapefile here, I can just do road clip. And we can add data tools to the model either by dragging them from the Arc Map table of contents or Arc Toolbox into the model window, or by using the Add Data tool add button or model toolbar. So you could just add data here. And let's add, I don't want roads, I want flat zones. Okay. Click add. There, that's our shapefile. Then we're going to do is the buffer. Buffer is right there already. And we drag them or we add them in the model in the here. So the feature class is called roads. I have a roads clip in flat zones. And this too has been added as a data element, and the buffer tool has been added as a tool because the output and the buffer tool is a new feature class. It has been automatically added as a derived data element. So we're going to create connectors and fill tool parameters. When you initially drag tools and data to a model, the process is not ready to run yet because the required parameter values have not been specified. When any part of a process appears white in the model, it means that parameters are still missing. Parameters can be specified by opening the tool dialog box for each tool and then specifying tool parameters as you would for any tool. Setting parameters creates connecting arrows or connectors between datasets and tools. You can also create these connectors using the connect button. So that's what I'm going to do, which lets you select the specific parameter to be set for a particular tool. Once all the required parameters for a processes are set, all the model's processes elements are turned into a specific color to show they are already ready to run. And then we already saved the model, but I'm going to link them. So that's the connect tool, but I have to double check shapefile, and I have to linear distance. It will be maybe 2 feet, no, 10 feet will work. Da-da-da. Click apply, click OK. There. So now I can run the tool, and when that's red color, it's running. So anyway, and the tool is ready to run when it turns all the color. So I saved the model. We can save the model by clicking save button, but earlier the problem is you have to save within the toolbox. So I don't have a toolbox. That's why I have to create one to put my model in the toolbox. So run the model. Once all the parameters are specified, the model is ready to run. You can either right click on it and go to run, or you can just click the run button, this triangle, blue triangle thing. So you can just click this to run, and then you can also run a specific process by itself by right-clicking the tool and then click run. The yellow tool, you right-click on it. Oh, I have to click close and right-click. You can just run it from here. A model progress dialog box indicates the progress made in running the tool included in the model. When the model run is completed, the model elements other than the data inputs have a jobbed shadow. You can see right now it's a jobbed shadow to indicate the tools have been run and the output data have been created. So examine the model results. By default, output data sets created by a model are considered intermediate, which means they are saved on disk but not automatically added to the ArcMap table of contents. To examine the model result, we can right-click on the model element that contains the output data and then click Add to Display. This adds the dataset to the ArcMap table contents so we can examine the result. So I'm going to do that. Right click on this, Add to Display, and now let's see, zoom to layer. $10 Let's change the parameter. Linear units. Buffer. Let's do